Hey, Patriots. Take a look at the screen and you'll see one of the biggest problems we have in our writing. It's not grammar, it's style. Sometimes the way we write things makes us sound more like elementary school writers instead of middle school writers. I want to show you how to eliminate repeating words. Check out this paragraph. Every time you see something yellow, it's the same word. Here it is. I like football. Football is fun. I've played football since I was 6 when I first joined the football team. My football coach taught me lots about football and how football can increase your strength, your agility, and your mental toughness. When it comes to sports, there's none better than football. We use the word football 8 times in 5 sentences. How can we rewrite this to avoid redundancy? Check out my rewrite. Football is life. I've played the game since I was 6 when I first donned my helmet at my old elementary school. I've learned so much on the field and in the gym, like how the program can increase your strength, your agility, and your mental toughness. There's no better feeling than when you break through the end zone and do your touchdown dance. And that is why I play today and will continue to do the same in the future. How many times do I use the word football? Once. Look at all the different ways I can say football. I can call it the game. I can paint you a picture of what it looks like when you play. When I donned my helmet, which just means to put my helmet on. I can tell you where I play football. I can play it on the field, and I can get ready in the gym. I can use a more vague noun to describe it, like the program, and I can draw you a picture. What happens? What's the most fulfilling play in football when you break through the end zone and do your touchdown dance? Or I can use a verb. That is why I play today, and while I will continue to do the same in the future. Notice I didn't say play and play. I just find other ways to say that same phrase. The easiest way, delete the word wherever you can. If you look at that first paragraph, I like football and football is fun. Those are my 2 first sentences. They say the exact same thing. I didn't rewrite one of them. I got rid of it. If we already know your topic, don't tell us. It's your football coach in the story. We've already heard you say football, and then when you say coach, duh, we know what sport you're talking about. Cut out the word. Be brutal. Ask yourself, how many of these repeaters can I remove and still express my point? And get rid of them. I'm convinced that half of your repeaters will go away if you will stop and think about this amazing question. Next one. What is it? What are you talking about? Use another noun. What is football? It's a game. It's a sport. It's an activity. It's a hobby. Use a pronoun like it, because it is a sport. It is football. Big one. Show us a picture of what it looks like. Putting on your helmet, doing your touchdown dance. Give us something visual. Give us some imagery, and it's always better. The next one, tell us where you play, like on the field or in the gym. You don't have to tell us what you're doing if you give us some kind of visual clue as to where you are. Finally, join 2 simple sentences into a compound sentence. Here's my example. Playing football is a great way for kids to stay out of trouble after school, period. Football also keeps you physically fit. Playing football is a great way to keep out of trouble after school, comma, plus it also keeps you physically fit. You only use the word football 1 time. Apply these rules and you will totally kick butt with getting rid of the redundancy in your writing. Got it? Cool. Let's look at one more example. If you're a sports fan, you were saddened to hear the death of a favorite ESPN commentator this month. Here's how a student might have written an obituary about him. So here's what Stuart Scott's teammates could see that the viewers couldn't. Stuart suffered through a chemotherapy session at, say, 10 a.m., then caught a quick nap and maybe a bite for lunch. Next, Stuart put himself through a kickboxing class or some other rigorous physical routine in an attempt to strengthen his body for its fight with cancer. They didn't know that Stewart was in the studio next to prepare for a Friday NBA doubleheader that might require us to work until 1 a.m. and plow through the evening without so much as a bad word for or to anybody. Stuart Scott was an amazing man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's how we might have written it. But look at the original from ESPN. 3, 2, 1. How many times do they mention his name? Once. And you never are unsure who they're talking about. So here's what Stuart Scott's teammates could see that his viewers couldn't. They couldn't see him, a pronoun, suffer through chemotherapy session at, say, 10 a.m., catch a quick nap and maybe a small bite, put himself, another pronoun, through a kickboxing class or some other rigorous physical routine in an attempt to strengthen his, possessive pronoun, body for its fight with cancer, show up at the studio to prepare for a Friday night NBA doubleheader that might require us, which is a pronoun for a large group of people, and he is one of them, to work until 1 a.m. and plow right through the evening without so much as a bad word for or to anybody. So you see how they've used these funky little pronouns to avoid saying the same word over and over again, because they know it makes your writing sound elementary when you do that. It's about style, man. It's about having some pizzazz and not saying the same things over and over again. And not saying the same things over and over again. And not saying the same things over and over again. And not saying the same things over and over again. You get the picture? Good. So here's a passage written by one of my high school sophomores. How can we eliminate the redundancies? You need to tell me. The rule, though, no repeating words. You got to get rid of them all. Each key vocabulary word, I want to hear it only one time. Here's the passage. Michigan is a beautiful place to be. By the Upper Peninsula, there's an island called Mackinac Island. Only bikes and horses are allowed on the island. On the island, there is only 2 cars, a fire truck and an ambulance. The reason there is no cars, a fire truck, and an ambulance don't have sound is so it doesn't spook the horses. There are many beautiful sights to see, like the Mackinac Port. In Mackinac, there are fudge stores everywhere you look. The island is known for its fudge. So how many repeaters do we have? We've got 11 in 8 sentences. Check it out. The word island, they use it 4 times. The word Mackinac, they use it 3 times. Multiple phrases, cars, fire truck, and an ambulance, twice in a row, 2 sentences in a row, and the word fudge they use twice. Grammar problems are in black. Are the verbs correct? Is the right verb? Is the right verb? Don't have sound. Sounds kind of strange. Can you eliminate something from one of these 2 sentences and then rewrite so it makes sense? Do it in the space below or complete the assignment on your computer, whichever you like best. The main thing to keep in mind in the future, don't put a million repeaters on your paper, then edit them out. Think about how much time that takes. Think about the better idea. Don't create them in the first place. I'll show you how to do that. I'll show you how to make it an active process in your mind where you can think your way through and do it on your feet. My best recommendation, if you struggle with repeaters, I want you to slow down your writing speed by at least 50%. If you usually take 10 minutes to write something, take 20. If it takes you 30 minutes, take 60. Because what happens if you rush through an assignment just to get it done, you'll make the same mistakes time after time. Then you'll tell me there's no possible way you can do it, which usually isn't the truth. The problem is we're not thinking enough about our writing. The only thing we're thinking about is being done with it so we can do something else. If you focus on getting rid of those repeating words, your writing is going to sound so much better, and you will be so ready for not only high school, but college beyond it. It's going to blow your mind. We've got lots of teaching on this, but this is a great place to start. So get started with the Mackinac paragraph, and I'll talk to you soon.